Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production. Take 2.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. Remember those childhood movies you loved? Now we're going to watch them again and find out if they're still as amazing as you remember. Or your father was right. You were an idiot and everything you watched was stupid. So buckle up, movie aficionados. Over-the-top gore? Check. Over-embellished action? Check. Gratuitous nudity? Double check. Storylines so absurd you could drive a semi-truck through those plot holes. Oh yeah, some of those movies didn't even know what a movie plot was. And that's the way we liked it. Now, here's your hosts, Anna Santos and Jimmy Coates.
Yeah. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast, and we are still doing our drive-ins. We're still in the 80s, and this week is Anna's pick.
Yep.
Which I could not be more excited for the movies that you picked.
Me too.
I picked 2 drive-in double features, Anna picked 2 drive-in double features, and we have one kind of sequels from last year that we're going to do. The funny thing is, the ones that I picked, we did One Crazy Summer and Maximum Overdrive.
Yes.
I actually thought they were going to be the better of the like my next pick next week I thought was going to be much worse than this, so I hope not.
Oh Jesus.
I thought mine were that my first one Crazy Summer were going to be the better of the.
You're like, this is going to be the golden double feature.
Yeah.
And then we watch them.
Yeah, and did not turn out that way.
No.
Now yours, let's start with The Running Man. Woo-hoo.
Yes. I wanted a Schwarzenegger double feature for some reason. I don't know. I think this was spurred because I saw the trailer for the Running Man remake with Glenn Powell,
which looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
It looks like a cool movie.
I had forgotten about this movie. I'm not even joking. Like, it fell into the back of my mind. And then I saw the trailer for the remake and I was like, oh shit, that's right. I remember loving the original. And it was, I was very excited and I was like, oh, we should do that for the podcast, the original. Then I was like, let's Schwarzenegger it up and have a double feature. So here we are.
Well, a little back history here. It was written by Stephen King. But it was actually written under Richard Bachman, pseudonym name that he came up with because he was writing too many books.
I believe that.
Apparently, back in the day, you were not allowed to release like 5 or 6 books a year. So
no, they frowned on that.
Yeah. So he created this Richard Bachman so he could release some more books. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a little disappointed with this movie because he thought it was going to be more akin to the actual story, the book, rather than what it became. As a kid of the 80s, and I did not see this in 87.
Neither did I.
No, this was absolutely one of those movies where a friend came to school, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's like a bit game show. And then we all watched it and we continued to watch it. Like it would be a couple months would go by at a friend's house for a sleepover or whatever. You rented movies. This was definitely one that was rented more than once. I remember loving this movie.
I remember loving this movie too. Yeah. This was not one of our sleepover choices because most of my sleepovers were with tween or young teen girls. So there was usually Dirty Dancing or, Steel Magnolias, because why not cry with your friends? I think I saw this movie for the first time as a rental. I think with my cousins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a lot of back, like when you were a kid, friends, cousins. Yeah.
Like these were, I think, my older cousins. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they keep forgetting that I'm very young, or at least in comparison to them. So I watched it probably in the early 90s or even 1990. Like I was pretty young. And I remember loving it. And it popped up on TV quite a few times. Once again, City TV Midnights or, you know, like late night movies. If it started at 10 p.m., you would see The Running Man. And I would always watch it whenever it was on.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I don't think I ever rented it, but I also think the last time I saw it was in the early 2000s. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been a very long time. I saw as a kid, I saw this movie a lot.
Mm.
I remember Dynamo, I remember Fireball, I remember Captain Freedom? The Jesse Ventura character.
Captain Freedom.
Yeah, it was I remember the two guys that go down to the game show with them. I remember the Latino girl. I don't remember her name. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I remember this being awesome. It was just an awesome action movie. Yeah.
And that was, there were underlying themes, which I only realized later in my life.
Corporate capitalism, starvation. Yeah.
Like a dystopian future.
Yes.
And where greed will get you, and, you know, capitalism in its extremes.
Very Roman, keep the poor and the civilians happy by showing these big elaborate games.
It actually, the vibe is very Hunger Games.
When I was getting stuff ready for this, a lot of people say, yeah, this was Hunger Games borrowed from this.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, the idea of
dystopian game show
where it's the common people who are starving and poor and, you know, unsafe. We're gonna use their strife as our entertainment, which isn't that. I mean, they've been doing it since Roman times with gladiators in the arena fighting again. They used slaves and prisoners and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not like we haven't done this before in humanity.
No.
But now they're throwing in, instead of like emperors or kings using the peasants for fodder, now it's corporations who are like, "Ooh, you can't eat? Well, maybe we can help you get fed if you risk your life for our entertainment." And that was very much like, you only realize the deeper meaning to these kinds of movies like once you get much, much older, and you're like, I remember this being so much more lighthearted when I was 12.
And this is where we also get Richard Dawson. Is it Richard Dawson?
Yes.
The game show, yeah. Richard Dawson plays Damien Killian, who was known for being touchy when he did the family. he liked kissing the female contestants.
I think that was also just a thing of like the 70s.
The 70s, yeah, it was.
Like it was very much like sexual harassment wasn't a big deal. Like, okay, objectively, it was a big deal. Societally, not a big deal. It was just accepted.
Yeah, there was no HR department until women really started to work in the workplace.
Well, even years after, HR was just payroll. HR was
HR was payroll. Yeah,
that's you need to take a vacation. Okay, you hand in your request to payroll or to HR. Yeah, that's what HR was for. Then all of a sudden they were like, "You have to."
Can you please?
Yeah. Now we have laws about sexual harassment. What?
Yeah,
the CEO
John,
just can't.
Can you stop slapping the? Yeah, can you stop slapping those asses so much? Jesus Christ!
What's wrong?
A lineup of women up here. It's bugging me. And I don't know if you watch Mad Men.
Yes, I have.
What a wonderful time! Just drinking at 10 a.m., slapping some broad's ass, passing out on your couch in your office.
Other than the sexual harassments, I was all like, why aren't workplaces like this? Like, why can't I have an ashtray on my desk? Why can't I pour myself a little cocktail at 3 p.m. or 10 a.m.?
Yes.
Whatevs. Why can't I take an extra long lunch where I have 3 martinis? Why? Why do we have to be sober at work?
Why can't I not on one income buy a beautiful house in the suburbs, buy an apartment, just in case I'm working overtime, I have a place to stay.
Correct.
If I don't make the trip. Oh my God, can you imagine?
And a car and paying for the train to commute in every day.
And sending my kids to camp all summer.
And private school.
Oh, what a wonderful life it would have been. I need a time machine. So
not for me. It would have been great for you.
Yeah.
Because I would have been one of those secretaries who could barely afford rent on a room in New York. I'm just saying. Thank you.
The Running Man was directed by Paul Michael Glaser. And if you don't know who that is, He is Dave Starsky from Starsky and Hutch,
Oh.
the actual actor. I guess he got into directing.
Mm-hmm.
And he directed, let's see here. Yeah, he did. He did like some Starsky and Hutches. He did Miami Vice, Amazing Stories, The Running Man. He directed The Cutting Edge.
He did?
Yeah, we didn't even go over that. Dave Starsky directed The Cutting Edge. My stepdad loved Starsky and Hutch.
I have seen a few episodes of Starsky and Hutch, and I really like them too. But I was also a Dukes of Hazzard fan.
Yeah, me too. And I like the remakes of like the Starsky and Hutch and movie reboot. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was surprised I found it funny, to be perfectly honest.
And so, yeah, it was directed by Starsky and Hutch, and Stephen King wrote it, and Stephen E. D'Souza wrote the screenplay. I'm not sure what he's done some 48 Hours, Die Hard, Commando, Laura Croft. Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
Wait, is the D'Souza spelled? Well, the Souza, S-O-U-S-A?
S-O-U-Z-A.
Oh, okay.
Stephen E. D'Souza. Yeah, he's written a lot of good movies. Like a lot of my childhood favorite movies. Good for him. I got a new hero. And it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, like we said. It actually also has in it a guy, Mick. I don't know who that is. It stars Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood and Mac.
Really?
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. No idea.
Interesting.
Jesse Ventura as Captain Freedom. Ellen Van Lith as Dynamo, who is actually an opera singer.
Oh.
Jim Brown as Fireball. There's a lot of people that you will look and see and go, oh, that guy was from that other 80 movie.
Yeah, we were a big wrestling household, so Jesse Ventura was known to us.
Oh, yeah. When Jesse Ventura started popping up in movies, it was cool.
It was so cool. You were like, yeah, he's going to kick ass.
Yeah, he doesn't hold, like, if you see him, like, once he left wrestling and became governor of Minnesota up until now, he does not hold back on what he's thinking.
Oh no, you know exactly where he stands at all times.
Sometimes he makes 100%, and then sometimes I think this guy's a lunatic, but he's always entertaining.
I appreciate that though, because I appreciate the people who just straight up say, like, this is stupid, this is right, this is wrong, I believe this. I'm like, thank you. At least now I know where you stand.
Yeah, at least you're not pretending.
Half-ass like answer stuff. I can't watch. Every time Congress has like an oversight committee and it's on C-SPAN, I end up seeing clips and it drives me fucking bananas.
The way they answer stuff,
the way they answer questions, it drives me up the fucking wall. And I'm
you'll see sitting there going, "That's not what they asked you, dude. It's
they didn't ask you that.
Answer.
Nobody asked that question.
Yes,
why are you? You answered a question, not the one you were asked. You answered and it makes me so rage filled. And I'm like, I could never be a politician. I'd want to
I'd be screaming or jumping over the table.
I'd be like, Jesus Christ, were you dropped on your head? Are you that stupid? Are you deaf? Can you not hear me? Do we need to get you an interpreter? Like I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
All right, what do we think I already saw it. Damn it, I can't make a guess. The budget for Running Man was?
I think it was pretty high. I'm going to say like 15 million.
Actually, it was between 27 and 32 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this was Arnold's second movie of 1987. The second one being the next movie we're going to review or take a look at, Predator. So they both came out in 1987. But yeah, a lot of money. Because I didn't follow movies like I do now back in the 80s and 90s. If it looked cool, I watched it. That was it.
Yeah.
And if it had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, I watched it. I did watch it.
You know, it's funny. I never think of myself as a Schwarzenegger fan until I start listing all of his movies that I like or that I remember liking. Let me rephrase.
Even Twins and Kindergarten Cop and
yes.
Yeah.
I was literally, I was like, I start listing them and I'm like, why? I watched a lot of his movies and I like the majority of them.
Yeah. I even like Jingle All the Way.
That one I did like too.
It was so dumb, but it was so
True Lies was a classic.
Oh, True Lies was so good.
Jamie Lee Curtis, ma'am, where did you get that dress? And were those titties always there? Like what?
Yeah.
Like then I watched A Fish Called Wanda and I was like, oh, the titties
that was such a good movie.
So good. But yeah, no, I never think of myself as a Schwarzenegger fan until I start like looking at his filmography. That I'm like, well, shit, I guess I am.
Yeah. I was always when you're a kid, I always liked Arnold Schwarzenegger. One of my best friends was a Sylvester Stallone, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But as you got older, you're like, fuck, he made good movies too.
He made some good movies. I will not take
Some
that
were-
away from
Some
Stallone.
weren't so great, but some were really good.
But here's the thing: the ones that weren't great, because here's the difference between Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger knew who he was as an actor.
Yeah.
Did not try to be a thespian.
No, but you got to remember, he started out with like Rocky, Victor Victoria, that one with the Union. And it wasn't until he hit First Blood that
Yeah.
he's like, oh, everyone likes this. But I think he tried more. Arnold knew exactly what his fans
Arnold
wanted.
was like, I'm an
and
actor.
gave it. Yeah.
Well, no, Arnold was like, I do this type of movie
Yeah.
very, very well.
Yeah.
So I will keep doing those movies. And he did comedy because he knew, okay, I can do this kind of comedy. Like you never see him
Always
try
the
to do,
straight
like,
guy in the
Yeah.
comedy. Yeah.
He's not doing a delicate satire. He's not doing any British comedy films because
No.
it would not work. I think Stallone really thought of himself as a really very good actor.
And sometimes he pulled it off. Sometimes
Sometimes
he did not.
but that's my thing. Like, I think he really thought, I have a wide range of acting talent.
Yeah, he
And
does
we're like,
not.
sir, that range is a little bit smaller than you think it
Yeah.
is. God
It's a
bless
great
him.
range. It's your range, what you can do.
He's got a
awesome.
good range.
Just
and
not
he
so
does
good
it
in
well.
these other movies.
You don't need to do the rest. We
But,
like
like
you doing what you know and what you can do well.
Like when he hits it right, like Rocky,
Yeah.
the First Blood movies, Rambo's,
Yeah.
Demolition Man. Oh God, that's one.
That
of my
is one of my
favorite.
favorite movies.
So when he Tango and Cash, when he does it good, they're awesome. But yeah, he has some stinkers.
I think he tries to broaden his horizons, and I understand that earlier in your career, 100%.
Yeah,
Experiment, but I think he took that exploration stage a little too far. But he figured it out, and we appreciate him for that. We don't appreciate him being a Trump supporter, but that's fine. It's okay.
Where is it here? Oh, I'm on it. Am I sharing the screen?
You are.
There we go. All right. I don't know if I'm guessing this movie did okay because
I think it did well.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s and early 90s was, I mean, he might have had one or two misfires, but they were pretty decent.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Oh,
no.
That's not the greatest.
Well, it's saying 27 million 30, so it probably broke even.
Yeah, but they would have done a lot of what's it called, promotion for this.
Yeah, probably made a lot more money with rentals and stuff. And why would you release it in November 13th?
Weird.
Not a Christmas movie.
This is definitely a summer. If they had recently released it in summer, it would have done better.
So its first weekend, it hit number 1 with $8 million. So it was off to a good start. It was ahead of Fatal Attraction, Hello Again, Baby Boom, Suspect, Less Than Zero, Like Father, Like Son, Dirty Dancing, The Princess Bride, and Fatal Beauty. And then it was in a lot of theaters, over 1,600 theaters. And then it was number 1 the next weekend, and number 1 the next weekend, and number 1 the next weekend. And then it dropped down to 5. What happened?
Thanksgiving movie releases.
And then you're getting into Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
So when it hit 5, 3 Men a Baby came out.
Oh,
Cinderella, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It was starting to.
Yeah.
So it had a good start, and it just didn't have any legs.
But also, can we talk about the legs that Fatal Attraction had?
Oh my God, yeah. Look, and I'll go the next week. Nope, wrong one. December. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Still in third in its 12th week. That's pretty good.
That's nuts.
That was a big movie of 19.
It was a huge movie.
Yeah.
Huge.
So was 3 Men and a little bit and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby was also very, very huge.
Yeah, I remember that being, Flowers in the Attic.
Oh my
God.
God.
A creepy movie.
I read that book when I was like 11. And
Teen
it
Wolf
was
2.
Oh God, Teen Wolf 2. Shit. So many
All
movies.
right, so it made maybe a little bit of money. So it didn't look like it lost money,
No, it
but
didn't. I
not
don't
what
think
they were
it
hoping.
probably
I guess.
broke even or made just a little bit of money. It wouldn't have, unfortunately, not a blockbuster.
Let's take a look at the poster.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
it's
I just read the poster, and it's the year 2019.
oh yeah, that's right. It is the year 2019.
I forgot it took place in 2019.
Yeah, and we don't have this show. What the hell?
No, damn it. We do have other shows.
We got like fucking Love Island
UK.
and Love on the Spectrum, and there's no killing in those shows.
I mean, Big Brother UK is
Big
about
Brother.
to start, so.
Yeah, they're catty.
Hey, Survivor. Nobody's
Survivor.
possibly dying on that show, but I mean, they could rework it for the next season.
Cool poster, not the greatest poster. It's all right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
They were really pushing like Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah.
God bless.
All right. Let's take a look at some of the taglines. There is a couple. The year is 2019. There you go. The finest men in America don't run for president. They run for their lives.
See, I think if you take out the year is 2019,
yeah,
that is a great tagline.
Yeah. Welcome to America in 2019, when the best men don't run for president. Oh, it's the same thing. You just worded it different. A game nobody survives, but Schwarzenegger has yet to play. It is the year 2019. The Running Man is a deadly game no one has ever survived, but Schwarzenegger has yet to play.
No.
2019, a game nobody survives. This year might be the exception.
Maybe, but not great.
Yeah, no, they're not great. All right. What do we think? Oh, I can't guess. Because as soon as I brought it up, I saw it. So what do we think the reviews on this movie is going to be?
I think the reviews are going to be mid. Like maybe a 60%.
Good guess.
I think the people will enjoy. Was I right?
Close.
Ooh, I was going to say 60 or 70. God damn it. Well, 61% for the viewers.
48% of the critics. 48 reviews from critics comes in at 67%, and over 50,000 user ratings comes in at 61%. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a little lower than that.
I thought it was
just because if I liked it as a kid.
No, well, I mean, I think the dystopian future, capitalism bad, rise up humanity kind of vibes. Critics usually enjoy that. So
yeah. Okay, this is your pick. You will do the good ones, and I will look for some bad ones. Got one. Matt Brunson, Film Frenzy, a particularly kitschy piece of 80s Arnie action with a great premise and some potent underlying themes, limply handed. 2.5 out of 4. Not that bad a review.
James Crute from the Post NZ, New Zealand. What follows is a pretty ragged but completely engrossing series of set pieces as Richards attempts to stay alive in the game, wins over the audience, and helps search for a way of broadcasting the truth about the people in charge. No rating.
All right. At odds with its own purpose, the movie condemns the exhibition of violence, and yet at every turn resolves to be the very thing it condemns. 2 out of 4. Brian Eggert, Deep Focus Review.
Renee Jordan of El Nuevo Herald from Miami says, a whirlpool of senseless action, but immensely entertaining. No rating.
Sergio Benitez of Espinolf says, with little or nothing to extract from the performances, with a production design that screams, I'm from the 80s, at the slightest opportunity and lack of ingenuity. No score, just...
Yeah, a lot of these people aren't. Oh, Maddie Lucas from the front row. It's a remarkably prescient media satire presaging the reality TV craze by almost 15 years, and even went so far as to cast Family Feud's Richard Dawson as the show's egomaniacal host. Original score 3 out of 4.
Variety says Schwarzenegger sadistically dispatches the baddies, enunciating typical wisecrack remarks, many repeated from his previous films, but it's all too easy. No
Jeez,
score.
Brady.
Yeah.
So this review was posted in 2017. I'm doing that because you need to know. Felix Vasquez Jr. from Cinema Crazed holds up a shocking reflection of where we actually stand as a society in 2017.
TV Guide says only Richard Dawson, brilliantly cast, redeems this mess with a superior performance. 2 out of 4.
Let me see. Okay, so Rita Kempley from Washington Post. I don't know how this is a good one, but the message is irrelevant. It's still the Olympian myth, albeit in lycra leotard, that counts with the Arn Man. I think she was just excited about Arnold in a leotard. Just saying.
And that was it for me. Do you have any more that you would like to share?
Rob Thomas from the Capital Times in Madison, Wisconsin. He says it's a cheesy, witty, enjoyable Arnold pick. And that's all I really want.
Yeah. IMDb says this 1987 R-rated movie coming in at 1 hour and 41 minutes and 177,000 user reviews.
Oh, wow.
That's a way more than Rotten Tomatoes. Comes in at 6.6.
Oh, so pretty on par with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. You may start with 10 since it is your pick.
Let me see. Ooh. Cheesy, prophetic, and classic Manitou Full Moon. 10 out of 10.
This movie predicted Alexa, reality TV, and cultural narcissism, among other things. 9 out of 10. Ganibi. Does it talk to? Do you talk to it? Oh, maybe it does. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Before The Hunger Games, before Gladiator, before Battle Royale, there was The Running Man. Squirrel_burst. 8 out of 10.
Travis Chelio says cheesy 80s brilliance. 7 out of 10.
Silly and flat 80s sci-fi action movie, but still holds a charm. McQuaalude? 6 out of 10.
Potentially thought-provoking futuristic thriller ultimately opts for the cheesy action approach, but is not wholly without merit. Barnaby Rudge, 5 out of 10.
The Punning Man, Son of Cheese Messiah, 4 out of 10.
One says a great drinking game.
Oh.
Enthusiastically substandard adaptation. Sparks 2002, 3 out of 10.
Really bad escapist trash of a movie. D.W. Poller, 2 out of 10.
And again, the same, like worst movie ever. Yes, run away from this. What the fuck? Virtually unwatchable, dated and dumb. Leonel Louise Ricci, 1 out of 10.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it might not be the spectacle of when we were younger. Like,
yeah.
Oh, geez, if I watched this in the late 90s, I'm going to say early 2000, like 2000, like early would probably been the last time I've seen this movie.
Yeah, so, early 2000s probably the last time I saw it. And here's the thing. I think when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is so 80s. The last time I saw it. But yeah. I remember, even when I was younger, thinking it, like the sets looked low budget. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, no, they didn't spend that much money on the set. But then you said they had a $27 million budget. And I was like, what? What did they use? Am I misremembering, like, all of the sets? We'll see. Mind you, they probably built the entire, like, thing. Why can't I think of the entire set? They probably built it for them to, like, live and work in.
All right, let's take a look at the trailer. If I can open it here, come on. There we go.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
He must pay or play the running man.
On your mark.
I'll be back.
Go!
The highest rated TV show in history.
Guess they want us to stay.
It's a game between life and death.
Give you a lift.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the running man. He's playing for a prize. The prize is his life.
How about the life?
The running man.
A lot of one-liners just in that
Some
trailer.
one-liners in that trailer. I think it's gonna be cheesy as hell, but I think I'm still gonna like it.
Yeah, I hope I like it. This is a childhood favorite. I say a lot of childhood favorites, but this is like hero favorites. This is Rambo.
Yeah.
This is Terminator. This is, yeah. I think I'm gonna like it. It looks a little cheesy. It looks like the sets are very repetitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a lot of like reuse, but I mean, if you saw that Cybertruck looking car, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's where the money went.
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna like it.
I think
Alright,
I'm gonna
well-
like it too. I think it's gonna be cheesy as fuck.
Yes.
And I think I might laugh when they actually want me to be emotionally involved. But I mean, really, it's all you can ask for.
Well, we are gonna go watch The Running Man from 1987, and when we come back, we are gonna review it. Yay.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now, on with the show.
Yay! What the?
What?
My lighting here is all. My lighting is all screwed up. Dun, dun, dun. Oh well, looks scary.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. All right. Did you watch The Running Man?
I did indeed.
All right, you picked it, so I'll start. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. My initial thoughts. I had fun watching this movie.
Same boo, same.
It was so cheesy, but it was so much fun.
It really was, and I really appreciate that. Like, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous movie. Also, kind
Yeah.
of terrifying, but it was a good time.
Yeah. No, and I watched the DVD over here.
Yes.
I have to say, DVDs still look fine. Yeah, they're not 4K, but I watched Predator on Disney Plus, and it said 4K, and it looked fine. But The Running Man on DVD looked just as good as stupid Predator streaming.
Yeah.
Like, unless I actually buy a 4K movie, like when we watched The Shining, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty. Like, this is nice." But sometimes movies that are 4K they look too clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, for me, well, because there's a very big difference in the quality. You can say quality, but I almost say like the texture of the image between film and digital. And I think people are trying with the 4K and the remastering, you're trying to make film look digital. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
"It's okay to
sometimes
just look like film. It's fine.
yeah.
I don't need a super sharp image. I
No.
want a good movie. I
Clean
want
it
to
up
be
a bit,
entertained. Clean
but
it up, sure.
yeah.
But there's no
I
need
still
to,
want it to
like,
look like a movie. I don't want it to look like a
exactly. So I mean, for me, I mean, I watched both of them digitally.
Yeah.
The Running Man I watched on Prime, and hilariously, when I went to go rent it, it was like $4.99 for a rental, but they had a special on $6.99 to buy.
Oh, nice. So you bought it?
I debated for a hot second, but I was like, it's an extra $2. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, why
I'm gonna
not?
buy it. And then I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm out $7. It is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna freak out.
No.
I'm not mad about it. I was like, actually, this kind of worked out because I will like the Running Man is so 80s, so ridiculous. And it has a touch of like, this could be our future if we stay stupid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're well on the way.
we are on the path. Okay,
Like,
we're on the path.
These little tent cities that are starting to pop up, I'm like, hey, this is like dystopian future. Cool. My childhood dream has come true. I'm living in a fucking
because at one point in the movie,
the corporation. Yeah.
yeah, they're like, let me talk to the president or the president's agent. And I'm like, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying. Because it wasn't ridiculous when he said it. And I was like, oh, that's frightening. But also, look at all the puns. Look at the leotards and the unitards and all the running is not as fast as I remember.
No. I don't think Arnold could run that fast. He's like, Arnold, the director, is probably like, you think you can run faster? He's like, no, I can't.
I think
Okay.
they all thought they were running all out. Like, I think they thought they were like sprinting. And I'm like, sirs, this is not a sprint.
Well, the new movie does look like Powell, what's his name?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Is like running for his life.
Yeah.
And yeah, where this one was,
It's funny,
no, not quite.
Before I watched this, I was like, there was an urgency to this movie. Like, he was running. And then I watched the movie and I was like, he wasn't really. He's more like it was more like a gentle jog for most of it.
Yeah, he had his AirPods in and
yeah. Stopping to
he was listening to a podcast as he was doing it.
But I mean, that was also part of the charm of this movie, which is so just.
And when she goes into the apartment and she's like telling everything, it's like telling Google or Alexa to make coffee, turn shit on. Yeah, it was very,
Which is hilarious because the movie does take place in 2017. And I'm sitting there going, oh God, that is kind of like our future, but we're not fully amoral yet.
No, not yet.
Working on it.
Yeah.
The world is working on it.
And all the stories about AI and all these robotics coming, I'm like, everything the movies told us warned us about, we're not even walking toward it. We're just running straight into it, like with no palm.
Literally. Literally.
I was listening to a smart guy. He was he studies and he started studying AI and all that. He said, we might put on the brakes and it might help us with things, but we do have the capacity and AI could usher in a utopia. Yes. Where the most major problem for humanity will be boredom and what to do with their lives. But they might be forced to be creative and seek out knowledge and explore. He said the other side of that is that we have absolutely, we could go right into a dystopian future. He goes, it's written on the wall. It's right there. He goes, yes. We could very easily go into dystopian future. Absolutely. And I'm like, what? But movies warned us about this. Why aren't we listening?
Because nobody pays attention. Everybody forgets. And it's hilarious because, like, when I was 8 years old, I started watching Star Trek The Next Generation. Like, I watched it from the very first time it ever aired on TV.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario.
I was like, that's the world I want.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. But slowly and but surely, apparently, we're working towards, or at least some aspects of the earth are working towards either idiocracy
Yeah,
or the
that.
Running Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably a
like-
mixture of both.
I'm aiming for Star Trek Next Gen.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah. No.
AI can be useful, and I think with thanks to Star Trek being my moral compass, I started saying a lot, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just because you can teach AI to think for itself and run systems on its own doesn't mean you should. And that's okay.
And yeah.
Just because you can elect a reality TV show host to president doesn't mean you should. But I mean, what are you going to do? Maybe one day we'll have our own live version of The Running Man.
That yeah, on the upside, yeah, there's always a silver lining. I'd watch it.
Mind you, I'd probably be one of the
I wouldn't be in the studio. I'd be one of those poor people out in the yeah, betting my children's like weekly grocery money
on the next kill.
on the next kill. Craft dinner for another week. Shit.
It's fine. It's fine.
No. Oh well. The acting, and it's in my my final review, and I'll just say, and I'll say it again after this. It's a little different. I watched it a little different. This was made even greater by the over the top villains, like your Fireball, your Buzzkill, your Sub-Zero, and Damien Killian. Richard Dawson made this movie. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he was great, and I loved watching him. But Richard Dawson has to be this. He has to be. This movie has to be in the top 10 villains for 80s movies.
I literally wrote a note where I was like, "My God, he's majestically sleazy."
Oh, like, perfect! He was awesome.
Chef's kiss, and all of the what do they call them? Stalkers. That's what they call them in the game. All of the stalkers, Buzzsaw, Dynamo, whatever. They are okay. Mortal Kombat, the original movie.
From the 90s, yeah.
From the 90s. They're all villains from there, but low budget.
Yeah.
Like even lower budget than Mortal Kombat. And that added...
Oh, so good.
So much entertainment and charm. And and they were just so, you were like, I kind of want you dead. Because you're annoying and weird, but funny. But I want you dead. And I didn't need any character development for them. Like, they show up.
Oh, yeah.
Super punny.
Yeah.
And they're super, cheesy. And they go in with all of these weird one-liners and slow-mo action, because nobody moves fast in this movie.
No.
Which added another layer of love.
No, the 350-pound sumo wrestler on skates was the fastest dude.
He was. God bless.
They had to give fatty opera singer there a cart to just move around.
It was so good. I was like, oh man,
this practically a rascal. That little go-kart he was driving. I'm like, nice, that's awesome. But I loved all of them. I loved Captain Freedom. I loved his workout show.
Oh my God, yes. A very 20-minute workout. Also, you're coming in a little hot on the mic.
Oh, a little too loud?
A little too loud. A smidge.
Right. Yeah, no, it was brilliant, and I loved it. Yeah. All right. Let's go over this movie. I try to go over it quick. I left my pop out in another room.
Oh, no. No, but honestly, there's not a lot of depth to this movie. And there's
not at all.
There's not a lot of cinematic genius to this movie. But my God, is this movie fun?
No, Starsky did a good job of making it. I don't know if he was aiming for cheesy. Like it didn't take itself serious at all, which is great.
When you read this script, are you sitting there going, yes, this is going to be a reflection on humanity and its path? No. You're like, we're gonna make the dynamo look like a light bright.
Yeah. With electricity coming out of his hand.
With the shittiest 80s FX ever, and I love them.
80s blue lightning effects was everywhere.
It was amazing.
Oh, yeah. All right. By 2017, following a worldwide economic collapse and resources scarcity, the United States has become a totalitarian police state. The government maintains control through propaganda, censoring unsanctioned art, music, and communications. The most popular TV show, The Running Man, is a state-controlled game show where incarcerated criminals can earn their freedom by surviving as runners against lethal stalkers. So Captain Ben Rich is arrested after refusing orders to open fire on unarmed food riot in Bakersfield, California. So we got our first opening scene with Arnold refusing to fire on the protesters.
Which is great. It's a good setup. It's very clean. It's very concise. It's straight to the point. Hey, look, civilians, go shoot them down. Nah, I don't want to. Fight. Sucks to be you. 18 months later, he's in prison.
Yeah. And we don't, for this movie, you don't need a lot of...
No.
Yeah, no, we don't need a whole giant character build. We get it. He didn't want to kill innocent people. He's the good guy.
But they framed him, or they
altered
they smeared him. Excuse me, and they basically, I don't know, besmirched his name.
Yeah, and they had it all on digital. They had it on little disc things. They didn't. No one knew about the cloud.
Yeah. It's. Look, 1987 didn't know about the cloud.
For 1987, they did okay.
They got a lot.
They did.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
Some stuff, but I mean, they got a lot.
His fellow officers massacre the rioters, and Richard is framed for the incident, being dubbed the Butcher of Bakersfield. 18 months later, Richard escaped from prison labor camp with 2 resistance fighters, Harold Weiss and William Laughlin. Although they offer him a chance to join the resistance, Richard is only interested in survival. The prison thing was pretty quick. I can't remember the guy who doesn't wait for the thing. I will say this. Tito.
They called out his name enough.
Yeah. And they're like, don't go. I'm like, dude, you just have to wait a couple. No, his head. They did it too, so we could see his whole head explode.
Yeah.
It was cool.
You needed to see what the consequences were.
But this guy, as the hacker, all he was doing was punching in the same numbers and hitting enter. That was his hacking. It was like me trying. I forgot my phone code, just repeatedly doing it so many times until I have to wait 10 minutes for it to reset. That I'm as good as hacker as that moron.
Honestly, by like the 15th try of him doing it, I was even saying the code to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, Murphy, man.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden he's like, I think it's because of the walls in here. I'm like, you didn't even move it that far in.
No.
I'm like, what kind of like aerial reception is it on a satellite feed? Like what is the what network is it on? Like I'm trying to troubleshoot it because I'm like, this is getting frustrated.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Just dying. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? No. The AT&T commercial. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? I used to do that with my cousins in the States. When they would call me, I'd be like, can you hear me now?
Yeah. So that whole hacking was just him repeatedly putting in the number and hitting enter. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then it was like glitching. And then he's like, oh, I think because the walls are so thick. I'm like, you're not even indoors.
No, the whole wall was gone.
Open space.
Yeah.
I was like, but hey, we're going to run with it because somebody's head exploded like a minute later. And I was like, I mean, I'm not mad about that. That was a great explosion.
Yeah, it was a good effect. Yeah. He travels to his brother's apartment, only find that Amber Mendez, a composer for the state broadcaster ICS, now lives there as his brother has been taken for re-education. And this is where we get Amber coming in, telling the TV to go on, turn it to the channel, telling the lights to go on, telling the coffee
maker to start. Yeah. That was my favorite. I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
Which all of those you can do.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she watches the Captain Freedom workout.
Yes, while working out in her underwear.
Yeah, lingerie almost.
Yeah, it was a very cute set.
She looked great.
She looked amazing. And it was an adorable set. It looked like real satin and quality lace.
I don't know how good it would be for working out, but what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, but I'm like, who works out like that? Who's like, I'm going to put on a super cute satin 2-piece.
Yeah, just in case a 6'2" universal bodybuilding champion breaks into my home.
Yeah, it was actually pretty. I was like, what is she? And I was like, did she get the first shot of her working out, she's doing sit-ups. And I'm like, you just see like bare shoulders. And I was like, did she get naked to work out? Because that's weird. And then they went to a wider shot, and I was like, oh, she's wearing lingerie to work out. As you do. Who the fuck does that? But
That's what I do.
It's 2017. What do we know?
When Jimmy works out, he wears lingerie.
Of course you do, Jimmy. Is it a cute little teddy?
Yeah, I get all Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I look cute in that.
Richard forces Amber to help him bypass airport security, but this was a horrible plan from the beginning. He's gonna he takes her ID thing, buys tickets to Hawaii, which is still America. You could still get caught, and then he's like, he doesn't have a gun because they have security there, and they have things that X-ray things, and he's like, remember, I can snap your neck, but that's it. All she has to do is step to the left, step to the right, and yell, and your plans, and that's exactly what she does.
Yeah, she steps away. She
yells, thwarts his plans,
and then he gets captured.
Yeah. Well, that's the most running he did in this movie.
It really was.
When he was running across the tarmac.
Yeah.
That's the most run. And even that wasn't...
It wasn't that fast either.
No, it was not that fast. Like, the guys that had the net almost looked like, is this guy serious? Jesus Christ. Pull in closer.
I want Arnold Schwarzenegger to, like, sprint. I need to see footage of him actually sprinting to know that he can actually do it. Because I know if I was going to star in a movie called The Running Man, I would go running, and I would get as fast as I could before I went on film. But that's just me.
I can see that negotiation too. So Arnold wants to do the movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to do a lot of running though. And they're like, it's called The Fucking Running Man.
they're like, we can do it. We'll just do a lot of close-ups of his feet.
Yeah.
Where it looks like he's jogging on the spot. It's fine.
After his arrest, Amber sees news coverage falsely claiming Richard killed several people during the incident and begins to doubt his guilt. Meanwhile, the ruthless and narcissistic Damon Killian, host of The Running Man, recruits Richards, hoping to boost the show's stagnant ratings. He threatens to replace Richards with Laughlin and Weiss unless he agrees to participate. From the beginning to the janitor sweeping the shit on his shoes. He's like, it's okay, but it's okay. You're doing a great job. And he's like, if he's working here tomorrow, you're going to be mopping the fucking floors. I like, this guy's awesome.
Well, because it starts out very like, and it feels so natural and so right.
Oh,
especially with like CEO billionaire culture, where it's like you have a very outward looking image. But then we all know behind the scenes, because as they like to say, no billionaire became a billionaire by being ethical.
No.
And none of them stay a billionaire by being ethical. So you see this where it's like, oh, I'm the face that everybody loves. I'm going to schmooze you. I'm going to charm you. And then the minute you're not looking at me, I'm going to get you fired because you slapped some mop water on my foot.
Yeah. And it made me think like they should have got him to do more movies. This was, I think, his last movie. And did he die after this or what happened?
No, he died in 2012.
2012. Yeah, so I guess he was done after this movie was it. That was it for him. Like, he's been in, and I'm sure he made a shitload of money.
Oh yeah.
He did the voice of Long John. So, he did it. But yeah, if I was in movies and saw that, I'm like, we have to do something with this guy.
He has really, really great presence.
Oh yeah.
Really, really great presence on screen. I hated him as like a character, but I also loved him.
Oh yeah, you would love to hate him.
Yeah.
I'm more of a, like, I would like to aspire to be him type person.
And that's your own problem, my friend. That's your own problem.
How do I become him? As The Running Man begins, Killian reneges on the offer and sends Richard, Weiss, and Laughlin in the rocket sled. So they bring,
Asshole.
and that whole getting ready, I forgot all about it, where they put the things in his mouth to bite down on, and they shove those needles in between his fingers. Oh my God. I'm like, that has to hurt.
That was not okay.
And that whole thing, hey, cutie pie, and gets him to go on The Running Man, and then he's in that chair, and he's like, well, we don't want you to do it alone, so here are your buddies. And then he
See
says,
that right there? I like it when he says, "I'll be back,"
"Yeah, I'll be back."
and I'm like, "Aw, that's nice."
So they rocket sleds to the game zone, an abandoned part of Los Angeles divided into 4 quadrants. The group is stalked by Sub-Zero, a hockey-themed assassin whom Richard kills. Yeah, I do like when the audience gets to pick the stalker.
Yeah.
And she likes Sub-Zero because he's cute and cuddly. Meanwhile, he's a doctor with a PhD, but they're all bad people who...
Yes. But also the actor who plays Sub-Zero, his name is actually Professor Tanaka.
Oh, is it?
He's credited as Professor something Tanaka. I forget his first name. But yeah.
No, he is too.
Professor what? And I was like, oh, that's
Professor Toro Tanaka.
Yeah. So I thought that was great. I was like, that's fantastic.
And he's been in a ton of shit.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Darkman, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, The Last Action Hero. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really funny. And then I noticed this over the course of the movie. Every time one of the audience members picked someone, they would always hand them the Running Man at Home game.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you play this at home?
The Running Man at Home board game. Fun for the whole family.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? But and the Running Man at Home game. And I was like, what?
And of course, this one was on ice, and Sub-Zero skating around with his goalie equipment on, with his goalie stick that is like a blade.
Yes.
We got one of the worst one-liners in this one where, what does he say? Here's Sub-Zero, now he's just zero. I'm like, you didn't even try.
That one, I was like, come on, guys.
Come on. There were some great one-liners. There were just as many bad one-liners in this movie.
I rolled my eyes so much.
Yeah.
So often. And I love every eye roll.
Yeah, it was part of the charm of its cheesiness.
Yes, because I don't know when they made the decision that Arnold Schwarzenegger was not actually just going to have dialogue. He was just going to have like one-liner and puns.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I mean, if that's the choice we're making, that's the choice we're making.
Yeah, after that one line, I was like, oh, okay, so they let Arnold write the script too. Awesome. That's great. The group is oh no, he got killed, making the first time a runner has killed a stalker. Meanwhile, Amber is caught accessing the unedited Bakersfield footage and is sent into the game zone. Killian then dispatches 2 more stalkers, the chainsaw-wielding buzzsaw and electric shooting dynamo. Yes, this audience member couldn't decide if he liked buzzsaw, but he also liked dynamo. And Killian was like, well, let's send them both in.
Yeah, and he did. And they
were great.
Had quite the image.
Yeah. Dynamo. And they do a little thing at the beginning before they go into the zone, and Dynamo's. That was actually him. That was his voice.
Oh, Lord.
He was an opera singer. He died in 1987 too, just shortly after when the movie came out. I'm guessing it had to do with heart disease or something to do with his weight. I'm just throwing that out there. He was huge.
He died of heart failure.
Yeah, there you go. The guy was 500 pounds and ran around singing opera.
This is terrible. So he was only 34 years old when he died.
Yeah, he was very young.
So he died a few months after finishing work on The Running Man and 1 day after his first wedding anniversary.
Oh, the movie probably killed him.
I mean, they did make him.
They made him move around a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And
hooked him up to those Christmas lights.
It was the Christmas lights.
Hey, he was a cool. They were cool. They were cheesy.
He looked
sci-fi.
Like a light bright.
Yeah.
He looked like a light bright.
And he shot that blue lightning out of his hands. It was fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Buzzsaw ran around, drove around on his dirt bike with dangerously wielding a chainsaw as he was driving his dirt bike. I'm like, that's not safe.
No.
Not at all.
Also, there were other chainsaws on the bike.
Yeah.
That's a lot of chainsaws on a motorcycle that you're riding around while swinging a chainsaw that's running.
Yeah.
This all feels very unsafe.
Richard kills Buzzsaw with his own chainsaw, though Laughlin is fatally injured. Weiss, meanwhile, discovers a satellite uplink controlling government broadcasts is inside the game zone and cracks the code. Yes, the Resistance has been looking for this uplink.
Yes.
The uplink has been smartly it was put in the game that nobody wants to be on and no one wants to go into. And again, he hacked it by basically pushing a button and waiting for these 3D graphics.
A lot of buttons. Thank you. There were at least 4 buttons that he pushed.
Oh, God.
And then waited for the number to pop.
Yeah. Yeah. I put it in 87. It made sense to me.
I mean, in 1987, what were you really doing on your computer? Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've got to play maybe the odd.
Yeah, now you've got 8-year-olds who are like hacking into shit on a normal basis.
Yeah.
They know how to code. They know how to do all that stuff. We were just like, oh my God, look.
Yeah, I can play solitaire.
You can play
or Minesweep.
Minesweep. I hated that game, but I loved it at the same time. I'm like, how do I win this? I don't understand. Anyways.
Yeah, sitting there with a Commodore 64. Yeah, he cracks the code for Amber to memorize before being killed by Dynamo. Richards incapacitates. Okay, so and then Saw gets killed by having his own chainsaw him from his private parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a gruesome way to go.
Yeah. Although I will say I do enjoy a good chainsaw to the private parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my skills.
Richard incapacitates Dynamo but spares his life to the audience shock. Yeah, that was great when he tried to chase him up and he rolled his little rascal over. He's yelling for him to go to commercial. I'm like, that's awesome. Okay. When Killian secretly offers him Richards a job as a stalker, Richard fiercely declines. Amber discovers the corpses of the show's past winners, realizing their victories were state propaganda. Then they call in Flamethrower, the flamethrowing wielding fireball, and then Richard kills him.
Now the funny thing about Flamethrower, because I noticed this in the movie, I think when they send in Dynamo and Buzzsaw, you see this guy be like, "Yeah, kill him." You're like, okay, at the party where Flamethrower is. And you're like, okay, and then Flamethrower comes out, and I was like, "That's the dude. That's the guy who was at the party." I was like, "Oh, so now they're taking them out of retirement because they're just killing off the stalkers."
The stalkers are being killed off.
Yeah, so they're like, "Well, shit," and the only reason Ben ends up getting offered that job is like, "Well, can you stop killing our stalkers?
Yeah.
Here, you can have a job as a stalker. It'll be great."
This is also when they had, and that was a great line at the beginning with the old lady, his oldest fan. And he's like, "Give me a kiss now. Remember, no tongue." And I'm like, he's great. He's great. I would trust him. I'd be one of those morons.
You would trust him. And then you'd be like, "I don't know why I'm running.
Yeah, why am I in this game? What happened?"
I don't understand what happened.
He said he wasn't mad that I spilt something on his shoe. Yeah, and then he asked her who's going to make the next kill, Dynamo or flamethrower or fireball, and then she says Ben Richards, and he's like, "No, you got to pick a stalker," and she's like, "I can pick whoever I want. That Ben Richards a badass motherfucker." So everyone that's poor starts betting on Ben Richards.
Yeah, solid bet.
And then he kills Fireball. There are a couple a couple good scenes with the flamethrower, and he explains that there are no winners. That's just state propaganda.
And of course, yeah.
And then I'm like, why do they have dog tags, but no one else has dog tags? That's convenient.
You have to identify the victims.
Yeah.
Even if it makes no sense for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. They're like, "Arnold, how are we going to do it?" Because he's obviously writing this movie. They're like, "How are we going to?" We'll put dog tags on them, but no one else is.
They're not military. Yeah. Nobody else
doesn't
is wearing
matter.
Dog tags. Like, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
we
matter.
need a way for them to know who's who.
They need to know that it's all propaganda.
The audience begins cheering for Richards while the crowd outside places bets on his success. Richards and Amber are soon found by the Resistance. led by Mick. That's Fleetwood Mac,
Yes.
the guy. That is that character, the old guy, head of the resistance, and taken to the command center. Killian orders retired stalker Captain Freedom to face Richards, but he refuses unless he can fight him honorably without gimmicks. So instead, ICS edits existing footage to show Freedom killing Richards and Amber. And they did the digital thing. Very easily done nowadays.
Exactly. There are many examples of that on the internet. It's a thing.
Yeah. So they just get two stunt men. They superimpose Captain Freedom and Ben Richards on them. And then he kills the one stuntman. Even his assistant's like, you didn't have to kill him.
And it's like, it's for the greater good, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was funny because, was it Fireball? No. Captain Freedom? Yes, Captain Freedom comes out he gets called to wardrobe. He goes and puts on his costume, and they basically have him in like this big metal box with like the knives, and he's like, I don't want this gimmick. Da 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 da. This used to be a game of honor, and I will only do it if I can fight him with my bare hands. They're like, okay, and here's your stunt double that you're gonna kill in place of Ben Richards. And he does it. So I was like, where's your honor now, buddy?
Yeah.
Where's your honor?
Freedom killing... Richard realizes the government must now ensure they are not seen alive again. So they know they're going to be killed because they're killed on the TV show. Using the satellite uplink codes, Mick airs an expose of Killian's and the government's lies, including the unedited Bakersfield footage. At the same time, Richard leaves the resistant members in a takeover to ICS to prevent the network from disabling broadcasts. And Amber, who just wrote jingles, is all of a sudden a freedom fighter with a machine gun
that she knows how to work,
leading a bunch of kids into it.
Correct.
And that gunfight, not one fucking person on either side aimed at. And they just shot right from the hip. And I mean, literally, they had their gun by their hip and they were just firing wildly.
Yep.
Even Arnold.
Everybody was dying.
Yeah. And Arnold, who was basically the only one hitting anybody.
Yep.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Everybody was shooting. Oh, God.
At ICS, the resistance battles the security forces as the audience flees. Dynamo attacks Amber, but she triggers the sprinkler system, electrocuting him. Richard then confronts Killian, forcing him into the rocket sled and sending him into the gain zone, where the uncontrolled vehicle crashes and explodes. I don't know how it exploded, but whatever. Killing Killian. As the audience and crowd celebrate, Richards and Amber kiss as the broadcasting network goes offline. We also get that scene where his bodyguard, who he yells at throughout the whole movie, he's like, take care of this guy, and he goes, oh, I guess the steroids made me deaf, because that's what he told him, and just walks away.
Which I thought was great. I was like, that's nice. But also, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I watched this movie, and I didn't have time to go back and rewatch this one part, but when Dynamo is fighting with Amber, just before he's not wearing any pants.
He's wearing tighty whities.
Yes. But where are his pants?
I don't know.
Did he take them off? Yeah, they just disappeared.
He left his light bright shirt on.
Yes.
Yeah.
With no pants.
No pants, just tighty whities.
I had that moment where I was like, where did his pants go?
Yeah.
Did I miss that? No, his pants just disappeared, and
did wardrobe forget to dress him? And then the director's like, "We don't have time. Just do the scene."
He was probably like, "Yo, this shirt.
It's hot down here.
It's really hot. I'm sweating.
I gotta lose something."
And the director's like, "Look,
I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack and die.
We're only shooting you from the waist up. Just take off your pants." He was
like,
"Okay."
And then they didn't.
Got it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dynamo's tighty whities.
Gone. Pants gone.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird. That's weird. But okay.
And that is our movie. All right, I will go first since you picked these movies. All right, where are you here? Okay, my score. If you remember liking The Running Man, don't worry. It is still great. Although you are watching it with older eyes and hopefully you're a little more mature. It's an 80s sci-fi cheese-filled extravaganza. But unlike most 80s cheesy movies, this one comes with a big budget and a kick-ass action star. But I also appreciate it for a lot of different reasons. Like, I still like the action, the story, the effects were there. Some were really good, some weren't.
Yep.
But this movie is great because, like I said before, the over-the-top bad guys and the brilliantly cast Richard Dawson as Damien Killian. They made this movie. Arnold, it's an Arnold movie, but these bad guys made this movie so much fun. Unlike Rollerball, like we watched Rollerball, very serious. Yeah. Tron, Dune 1984, who took themselves very seriously. The Running Man does not take itself serious at all, and the movie is all the better for it. It's cheesy 80s sci-fi that looks good, sounds good, and it's full of bad one-liners. It's full of some good ones. No, this is a buy it for me. I would give this movie. I'm giving it an 8, not because it's an 8 because of its artistic merit. I'm giving it an 8 because of how much fun this movie is. The good parts, the bad parts. I don't know if this is a so bad it's good or a guilty pleasure. It's in there somewhere. But yeah, the nostalgia alone, because you're going to remember, as soon as I started watching this, it was like, oh yes. And then it was just fun from the beginning to the end. It was I don't know if I would call it so bad it's good. I'm not sure. But it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, and I would say buy it.
I almost completely agree with you, and here's I'm going to set the stage for you. So as I said, I bought it for $6.99, and I was like, if I was going to rent it for $4.99, I'll buy it for $6.99. What's the difference? It's $2. I'm so glad I did, because this movie is ridiculous. It is literally ridiculous between puns and stunted dialogue.
So bad.
Like, no joke. I was like, what is this? Richard Dawson is so wonderfully, majestically sleazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, any scandal that comes out about you, I'm going to be like, yeah, he totally did it.
Yeah, he totally did.
You're just like, yeah, 100% you did it. But I'm pretty sure you're going to get off. Like, nobody's going to convict you for anything because you are that charming. Like, it's a given. Also, okay. So do you remember watching like She-Ra, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Captain Planet, even like all of those like action cartoons? Okay. This is a live action version of that.
Yeah, this is better than the He-Man we watched.
100%.
Like the bad guys and over the top silliness
are very cartoony.
Oh yeah.
And even Ben Richards, very cartoony, because he's like stoic and serious, but you're also like, you're ridiculous because you're jogging through a game called The Running Man where you could die. Like, there's such a level of absurdity to this movie. You can't help but enjoy it. And also the nostalgia factor is through the fucking roof. So I say to everybody, look, this was available to buy, I think, for $16.99 on Apple. And I thought about it, but I was like, I don't know if this is a $16.99 like purchase, but it is a $6.99 purchase.
Oh, easy.
100%. So I was like, I do not regret buying it. And I am thrilled that I did, because at some point I'm going to rewatch it. I think I'm about keeping this. This was one of the lots I bought to sell through. And I think I might keep it because it has commentary by the director. Oh my God,
I would like to watch that. Yeah. So you would say buy it?
I would say buy it, and I'd give it probably a 7, because you need to factor in it is absurd, it is very cartoony, and it is a little bit ridiculous. But my God, is it a good time?
Yeah.
It is such a good time, and for various different reasons, like the cheesiness of the FX, or just the hilarity of the stunted dialogue, or the action that makes no sense, and you're just like, what is happening? But I was smiling through the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
I was having a great time watching it. So I was like, I'm not even gonna. Is it a good, like an objectively good film? No,
not at all.
One though.
But it's a fun movie. So would you say this is a so bad it's good, or
no,
so good in spite of itself?
I think it's good in spite of itself.
Yeah.
It has weirdly, this movie has just enough charm that everything that feels weird or absurd or off about it makes sense. And
Yeah.
like there are some movies that are just so terrible that you're like, oh my God, this is the most terrible thing in the world and I love it. This is not one of
Yeah,
those.
and that's why I'm like, I don't think it's so bad it's good.
No, it's not, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It weirds me out because I'm like, it should in theory be a so bad it's good, but there's something weirdly charming about this movie. And I don't fully understand, like maybe it's because it reminds me of a cartoon that we grew up with in the 80s and like the very early 90s.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a He-Man cartoon. Like, yes, those
like that.
those cartoons like Mask and like Captain
G.I.
Planet or
Joe.
Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, Transformers.
The villains are just so dastardly and so
cartoonish.
cliche and cartoonish. This is just like a live action version of what I think was originally written to be a cartoon. Like it feels very cartoony. And I think that also adds to the watchability of this.
Yeah.
So that's my score. I say everybody should buy it. I don't know if it's a $16.99. That's a personal choice.
Yeah.
I'd say for $10 and under, 100% you should buy it.
Yes. Yeah. And like I said, I'm thinking about keeping this DVD. I want to watch the commentary. It looked great on DVD on my 4K player. I don't know if it was upscaled, what. It looked fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 2 buy its and an 8 out of 10 and a 7 out of 10. Yeah. This movie was fun. As bad as it was so much fun.
It was terrible, but I was still cheering for everybody. It didn't feel like it was going longer than it actually was.
No.
I was like, I'm entertained by this. And I'm not even like hating how bad it is. It was a weird movie. And I was like, man, I feel like I'm watching cartoon villains with their very stylized outfits.
All right. Well, thank you for coming back to 1987 and watching The Running Man. And until the next movie we remember liking, pause there for the actual podcast, which is the next movie, Predator, which we are now going to watch the preview for Predator. And then when we come back after this, we are going to review it.
I'll change you.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. This is number 2 of our second drive-in double feature. These were Anna's picks. I could not be happier. This I know I said The Running Man is childhood favorites. This is an absolute, this would be in the top 10 of my childhood favorite movies as a kid. Again, not in theaters, too young, but this was rented, this was friends, and this was probably one of the top, like a movie that was rented a lot more regular than some. And then when it came on TV, HBO, whatever, TBS, USA Network, whatever it was on, and if I saw it, I would watch it from wherever it was. I loved Predator.
It's funny though, because this movie I only saw in my teens on TV.
Oh, wow.
It was never a rental. It was never anything. I only got into, like, I liked action movies, but this one kind of has like an action fantasy, almost horror vibe to it. Because it's an unknown force that's hunting them down. So initially, so I was like, oh, Predator. Let me kind of explore that. And I was probably about 15 or 16, saw it on TV, started watching it, and I was like, oh, I've never seen this movie. And I really liked it. So then every time it came on TV after that, it was just one of those movies that I would just stay and watch no matter what. It's like, oh, Predator. Let me watch some more. And then I became a fan of all the Predator movies that followed. So I haven't seen this one probably since the early 2000s as well. So, which is hilarious. I watched it solid quite a few times for like 10 years. And then it just kind of disappeared off my radar. Because here's the thing. A lot of the Predator sequels are so cheesy and so campy.
Yeah.
And so much fun to watch. That's usually what I watch when I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling a little Predator today. So I'll like pick like, I don't know, take your pick. The Predator. I watch that all the time.
Well, this one was definitely the most serious
Yes.
of the Predator movies. Predator 2, which I loved, was a lot more cheesier, over the top action. Predators, which I loved, was that's the one where they get all the killers from Earth and put them on this planet to
Yeah,
have a
love that
hunt.
one.
The Predator, Alien versus Predator,
Yep.
Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I love them all.
Those are the ones that I always end up like, other than Predator 2, which I also haven't seen.
Yeah,
I think I only watched that like once or twice, but I haven't seen that in forever too. But it's other than that, like I'm like, yeah, Predators. Like that one's a fun one for me. Like those, like every Predator kind of iteration after Predator 2 is just fun and cheesy,
Yeah,
and a little campy and a little ridiculous.
Doesn't take itself too serious.
It doesn't take itself seriously. Some of them don't take themselves seriously at all.
At all.
Sometimes
The
they
Predator.
try. God bless. Requiem, they tried.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They tried. It
And I
did
still
not work.
liked it. Yeah,
I
still
liked it too.
It wasn't a great. It's not a great movie, but it is
Yeah.
a fun movie.
It was really funny though, because I don't know what. I think it was because, oh God, which one was the Alien movie that came out? The latest one. I don't remember it. But anyways, I watched that.
Not Prometheus, the
No,
the new one where they
it wasn't Prometheus. It wasn't Covenant. It was
the
one
Evil
after
Dead
that.
director.
Yes,
That was good. I like that one too.
Romulus.
Romulus.
Romulus. So I
I didn't
watched
like
that.
the alien at the end. That was stupid.
No.
But everything up until then, fantastic.
Yeah. So I watched that and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I was like, man, I should do an Aliens rewatch. But I was like,
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
It's been a while since I've done that, and we might want to do it for the podcast. So I was like, never mind, we're not going to do Aliens. Let's do Predator. So I went back and I just started watching, but I didn't watch this Predator, the 1987 Predator. So I was like, let's do that for the podcast so I can do a proper Predators rewatch.
I have seen all the other Predators except for 1 and 2, all the other Predators on multiple occasions through like the past 10, 15 years or whatever.
Same.
1 and 2, I have not seen since the late 90s, I'm going to say late 90s. I don't know why. I love this movie. It is directed by our friend John McTiernan, who, while directed Die Hard, The Hunt for Red October, The Last Action Hero, Medicine Man, Die Hard with a Vengeance, The 13th Warrior, also did Rollerball, the remake. Horrible movie. But other than that,
he's doing fine.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
This stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, a lot of people that you'll know, like Bill Duke, Jesse Ventura. You'll know who he is, but Sonny Landham, the Billy, he's the Aboriginal.
Yeah.
And he was he is the scariest dude, and apparently not just in the movie. On the set, he was the scariest dude. Because he's had trouble in so many movies, they really wanted him. Arnold really wanted him. They had to hire 1 or 2 bodyguards to be on set in case he got out of line. That's how scary this dude is.
That's fantastic.
And he looks it. He's awesome. It's been in a lot of good movies.
Also, not gonna lie, until right now, I forgot Jesse Ventura was in this.
Jesse Ventura, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you said Jesse Ventura, and all of these images of him in this movie popped into my head, and I was like, how did I forget that?
Now, Shane Black plays Hawkins in this movie. I think he's the one that's trying to get to the chopper with the girl that helps them.
Yeah.
He wrote Lethal Weapon, Monster Squad, Lethal Weapon 2, The Last Boy Scout, Lethal Weapon 3, The Last Action Hero, Long Kiss Goodnight, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3, The Nice Guys, The Predator. Yeah, he wasn't just an actor. He wrote a lot of good movies.
Right on.
But, yeah. And yeah, it's full of just Carl Weathers is awesome. I like Carl Weathers. But yeah, full of just action bad guys. B action movie stars are you'll recognize almost everybody in this movie. All right. What do we think the budget was for Predator? Now, Running Man was a lot. It was 27 million. So it was a lot more than we thought it was going to be. I have not looked at
I'm going to say 35. Special effects.
There's special effects and there's a lot of explosions and a lot of guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
but they don't have a lot of sets.
No. Oh,
What?
18 million.
What?
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts. With
Before
all
we
the
go-
blowing stuff up and like the Predator special effects.
Yeah.
I mean,
the effects,
yeah, it was
I have a feeling
1987.
that the effects might not be as good as we remember.
No, I don't think they're good, but I knew they were expensive. That's
Yeah.
where I'm coming from. Like, we're not getting any CGI amazingness out of this movie.
Did you know, FYI, that Jean-Claude Van Damme was hired to be the Predator and was on for a week or two of filming?
Really?
But he wanted the Predator to be more athletic, and they did not
To
want it.
do
So
roundhouse kicks and
yeah, and they fired
twirl
him.
through the air.
Yeah.
He likes to be acrobatic.
So I'm gonna say this movie did much better than The Running Man. This movie
100%.
was very decent. Let's take a look. $98 million worldwide. So back
Holy
then in the
shit.
80s, Arnold Schwarzenegger was international.
That is fucking nuts.
Yeah. I didn't know that. So he was an international presence in the 80s when that was not really a
Well-
thing. The Odd movie did.
Yeah, but that's usually if you had like an international star or one that had found fame in a certain country.
Yeah.
You could usually distribute the movie to that country.
So this is saying the budget was actually 15 million. So 98 million. So it did okay.
Crazy.
Released in June 12th, much better than The Running Man's November
See,
Christmas release.
Summer
date.
blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly. It opened up at another. Oh, okay. So it opened up at another number 1 with 12 million. We'll get to it in a second. Then
Yeah.
next week, number 2, 5, 7, 11, 14, 17. So yeah, it did a more traditional.
Yeah.
It opened up on the same day as The Witches of Eastwick and beat it.
I mean,
I haven't seen that movie in a long time either.
me too.
I love Jack Nicholson.
I love every actor that's in that movie.
Actually, yeah,
I just wasn't
Cher,
a fan of the movie.
Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop 2, The
Mhm.
Untouchables, True Believers opened up that same week too. Number 5, Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh shit.
The guy who does the Predator actually plays Harry in the Harry and
Oh,
the
nice.
Hendersons. He's just big. Ernest Goes to Camp. The Secret of My Success.
Oh Lord.
Platoon and $1 Million Mystery.
I don't know $1 Million Mystery.
No. A relentless chase for money is the result of a simple lunch at a remote diner. It only made $989,000.
Damn.
Huh.
And it was in a lot of theaters.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the poster. Again, really playing up Arnold Schwarzenegger here.
Yeah.
I don't like the poster. Looks like a shitty
No.
Nintendo video game cartridge.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If Predator was a
horrible.
Nintendo game in 1987,
That
is
would
what
be it.
it would look like.
The one up in the corner I like better with the Predator.
Oh yeah.
For those listening, it's just a really shitty digital of just
Pixelized.
Arnold with a
Yeah.
gun. That's it.
And a
Oh,
target
and
on him.
yeah, the target, and yeah,
Meh.
and you've probably seen it. Okay, Predator 1987 taglines. I'm sure there's one or two. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I mean,
It's a line from the movie, but
it's good, but it's not a proper tagline.
no. Nothing like it has ever been on Earth before.
Mm-mm.
It came for the thrill of the hunt. It picked the wrong man to hunt.
Close. That needs a little
Soon-
reworking.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Right
It'd be
sentiment,
better.
but it just needs to be fiddled with.
Soon the hunt will begin.
That's not bad. I like that as a tag. Predator. Soon the hunt will begin. Perfect.
What the? This is like the synopsis. In a part of the world where there are no rules, deep in the jungle where nothing that lives is safe, an elite rescue squad is being led by the ultimate warrior. But now they're up against, this is not a tagline, this is a synopsis. Ultimate
Yeah.
enemy Nothing like it's ever
That's
been
not
on
a
us
tagline.
before. No. We cannot see it, but it sees the heat of our bodies and the heat of our fear.
No.
In this movie, Arnold will experience every meaning of the word pain. That's horrible.
No. I just rewrote the we cannot see it. We cannot see it, but it can see our fear. That's a good tagline.
That's a good tagline, yeah.
Jesus Christ, why aren't I writing taglines for movies? That's my next career. Unless the studio out in Vancouver decides to hire me. Then I'll do that.
All right, I haven't looked at it. What do we think? I think this probably got pretty decent reviews.
I think I got pretty decent, like 65 to 70. I think it's going to be in that sweet spot because I remember it being a good action movie.
Yeah, this was like, I remember everyone seeming to like it. I don't remember reading.
I don't remember a lot of people being
critics.
like, oh,
yeah,
stupid.
All right. Yes.
Ooh. Oh.
61 critic reviews comes in at 80%, and 250,000 user ratings comes in at 87%. Wow. I have hope.
That's surprising. That I didn't expect it to be that high.
No. I kind of thought like you, like between 60 and 70 would be.
Which is usually pretty decent for an action movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Again, this is yours. You'll have no problem finding some good reviews. You can start while I look for a bad review.
This one feels backhanded, but I'm going to read it. Ian Bailey from the Ottawa Citizen. Predator is probably the best movie ever made about a band of mercenaries being pursued through the jungles of Central America by a vicious extraterrestrial. No score.
Michael Srago from San Francisco and Examiner says a brainless brawn extravaganza, a cat and louse saga that has little of the Conan movie's outlandishness and none of the compulsive drive of storytelling logic that made the Terminator a B classic movie. 1.5 out of 4.
Shit, like Michael. Joseph Tomastik from Loud and Clear Reviews succeeds just as much as a thriller as it does an action film, if not more so. Worthy of being discussed and analyzed all of these years later. Original score 4 out of 5.
Michael Williamson from the LA Times says it's arguably one of the emptiest, feeblest, most derivative scripts ever made as a major studio movie. There is no need to do a Mad Magazine movie parody of this. It's already on the screen.
Shit. Brian Eggert from Deep Focus Review. With McTiernan's craftsman-like direction delivering action scenes that are easy to follow and at times simply wowing, Predator finds itself among the best of the big R-rated action movies. Original score 3.5 out of 4.
If you get a kick out of watching men with big muscles roll around in the mud to the accompaniment of pretentious music, Predator may have some appeal, but I suspect even Rambo and Rocky fans will find it boring. Neil Gillette, The Age.
Dan Geringer from the Philadelphia Daily News says, although it could stand to lose a few pounds from its midsection, Predator benefits greatly from a strong cast and an exceptional monster. No score.
Josh Larson from Larson on Film says the level of beefcakery reaches hilarious proportions. 1.5 out of 4.
Okay, Joe Pollock from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. There are some really obnoxious things about Predator, the new Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, but the bottom line is that it is a fast-paced, skillfully structured, exciting, extremely violent and bloody piece of totally mindless entertainment. No score. Thank you, Joe Pollock. That's what I'm looking for.
Here's my last one from Derek Adams, Time Out. With its stilted dialogue and hammy acting, the film has the look of an expensive production, but the feel of a B movie, delivering the sort of undemanding monster mayhem Arnie fans have come to expect. No review, just didn't like it.
I'm going to finish off with this one from Jim Rohner from the Battleship Pretension. Predator isn't reinventing the wheel, but it's having a lot of fun with what it's doing.
Yeah, and a side note, Roger Ebert liked it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, at the bottom, he gave it 3 out of 4.
That's impressive.
That's surprising.
I mean, a lot of those reviews were kind of like, yeah, it's gory. Yeah, it's an action movie, but there's a lot. There are layers.
Oh, we forgot they made over the pandemic there, the Predator movie that came out, just released on TV on Disney Plus and Hulu. Was it the
Prey?
one where it was the Aboriginal one?
Yeah,
was
Prey.
Prey, yes. Fantastic movie. An amazing movie.
I
loved
started
it.
watching it at one point, and then I realized I'm like, oh, this is not a mindless predator.
No,
I'm gonna have to focus.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
it's a
haven't
good
gotten
one.
back to it, but I'm probably gonna watch it. Also, they're coming out with Predator Badlands, which looks funny as fuck.
And it's a cyborg from the Alien universe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
was like,
cool.
ooh, I love all these like little nods to each universe in these movies that have been coming out.
I don't like how this new Predator looks like a punk teenager Predator. Skinny.
Apparently, it's his first hunt.
Yeah, it is for his first hunt. So he's
he
young.
he is a skinny punk teenage
Thinks
predator.
he knows everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Stupid Predator teen.
Stupid Predator teen.
IMDb says Predator from 1987 are rated at 1 hour and 47 minutes. Holy shit, 482,000 user reviews.
Holy shit.
That's a lot. Comes in at 7.8.
Oh,
Wow.
That's pretty much on par with.
I'm actually getting excited about watching this
movie.
again.
I know.
You picked it, so you can start with this is the best movie ever, number 10. A lot of reviews.
Ooh. No. Yeah. Ooh. Nah. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Ball-busting Vietnam allegory, McTiernan style delivers wholesale. Hitchcock the Legend, 10 out of 10.
One of the most testosterone-fueled 1980s classic, Johnny the Film Sensual 2187, 9 out of 10.
Oh, high energy violence, guns, aliens, and rock and roll in the Vietnam jungle. Predator is a movie which never takes itself too seriously. Star-grazing reviews, 8 out of 10.
Lean, mean action with Arnold. Mad reviewer, 7 out of 10.
There's so many to choose from.
I know. I'm trying to get ahead of it here.
Oh, here it is. See Arnold flex. See things go boom. G, 6 out of 10.
Typical 80s blockbuster crap. Theo Robertson, 5 out of 10. Guess you don't like the 80s.
I know. When mere explosions were enough to hold your attention. We Jajo 72563, 4 out of 10.
Makes Commando, another Schwarzenegger movie, obviously, looks like a Shakespearean masterpiece. YOLO, 3 out of 10.
I'm glad they don't make them like this anymore. Gurgle and E, 2 out of 10.
How this movie became a classic still baffles me. Pandith, 1 out of 10. There's only 5 to choose from out of this one.
Jesus.
All right, so I think we covered everything. So Predator, 1987 trailer. Perfect. Let's get rid of you.
We're a rescue team, not assassins. Now, what do we gotta do?
In a part of the world where there are no rules,
We pick up their trail like a chopper, run them down, grab those hostages before anybody knows we were there. What do you mean we?
deep in the jungle, where nothing that lives is safe. You lose it here, you're in a world of hurt.
Showtime, kid. Knock, knock.
An elite rescue squad
You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
is being led by the ultimate warrior.
We need the best. That's why you're here.
But now,
What's got Billy so spooked?
there's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man. They're up against the ultimate enemy.
Holy Mother God.
Nothing like it has ever been on Earth before.
She says the jungle just came alive and took him.
We cannot see it.
No blood, no bodies. We hit nothing.
But it sees the heat of our bodies and the heat of our fear.
Whatever it is out there, killed Hopper. And now it wants us.
It kills for pleasure.
He was skinned alive.
It hunts for sport.
It's killing us one at a time.
We're all gonna die. But this time, it's picked the wrong man to hunt.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
20th Century Fox presents Arnold Schwarzenegger. Predator. The hunt begins Friday, June 12th at theaters everywhere.
You know, you probably would have made more money if you made a better trailer.
Right.
Just saying.
I still think you're going to have a lot of fun watching it.
Yes.
But I was like, guys.
I don't remember the movie sounding or feeling that tone. That was
Yeah.
You
It
could have
had
made a
completely the
much-
wrong tone for the movie.
yeah. No, I okay, yeah. Trailer aside, I still think I'm gonna like it. Like I said, I can accept the Running Man, maybe not being
Yeah.
as great, maybe not even being good.
Mm,
Predator, like I said, that's a top 10 childhood
yeah.
movie. Absolutely.
I
So
think
I
it's
would
still going to
be-
be good.
I would be very upset.
I think that trailer was not good.
No, the trailer
But-
sucked.
I was like, look, if we take out, because I hate it when they do this. They're like, yeah, let's show like that they laugh in the face of danger. So they put all the one-liners in.
Yeah.
They're make them look cool. And then you're like, God, guys, that makes them look so uncool. Don't do that.
Yeah. Save that for the movie. You need to just
Yes.
action.
Just action.
That's it. Yeah.
Explode things, fight things, bleed things, and then just be like, ooh, in the jungle. Who's the predator? Who's the real predator? There you go. I just redid that.
Yeah. You're on a roll with the taglines.
I really am. Somebody give me a job.
All right. Well, we are going to go watch Predator from 1987 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And when we come back, we are going to review it.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now, on with the show.
Yay! All right, let's change this before I forget. Should have done. Oh, I only had half an hour to do this.
I
don't know why.
mean, but who's gonna do it?
Oops, wrong one. All right, did you watch Predator from 1987?
I did indeed.
All right, again, this is one of Anna's picks. So my first impression was, okay, so I was building up to watch The Running Man first. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's going to be cheesy, but I'm remembering. I'm like, okay, I'm getting in the mood to watch Running Man. I cannot find the remote for the 4K player, and I'm like yelling at people, "Where's the remote?" No one watches the 4K player but me. Not one child has ever come to me and said, Can I watch a DVD or a Blu-ray or a 4K? Never, not once. So I put it somewhere and I'm yelling at everybody. So I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm not in the mood to watch Predator. I have to watch Predator first. So I go to Disney, put it on. As soon as that music, that dun, 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 that music, that score came, those helicopters came flying into the thing, I was like, everybody shut the fuck up. Daddy's watching Predator. 2 minutes in, they're still loud. I'm like, I swear on everything that is fucking holy, if you do not shut the fuck up, I will unleash all hell, which is turning off the internet. I could beat them. They wouldn't give a shit. If I turn off the internet, oh my God. But yeah, as soon as this movie started, I'm like, fuck yeah. I was transported back. And yeah, I had so much fun watching this movie. So much fun.
It was so it's one of those things where I forgot like half the stuff that happens. And then I'm watching.
I forgot a ton.
I know.
A ton of stuff I forgot.
Wait, what? Oh.
I'm like the Rebel base. I was at a 30-second little thing. And I'm like, no, it's a whole 15-minute explosion extravaganza.
It was so many explosives. And every time they set off an explosive, I thought to myself every single time, happy 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. Nothing explodes like an 80s movie.
Oh my God, it was amazing. And then like through that all, like the skinned people hanging upside down, the one woman who like hardly says anything, hardly does anything, but is there through like 90% of the movie. There's just like there's so much in this one little movie, including I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this could have been a prequel for The Running Man. Because they also don't run that fast in this movie.
No. Well, at least these guys had backpacks, guns, explosives.
Yes,
I could see.
For moving a little slower. They had a reason.
Arnold from Running Man didn't have these excuses.
And I was like Dutch and Dylan, so Arnold and Carl Weathers, are supposed to be like old friends. And I, at one point, when they first meet up, like when Dutch is getting this job from Dylan, I literally said like gratuitous bicep shots because they're just holding.
Oh yeah,
and there's like an extreme close up of the biceps, and I was like, and then they cut away from that, and then they cut right back to it, and I was like, why are we doing this? But oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, this is 80s action through and through.
What is happening? And then they all get into the helicopter, and then there's some beef between Dylan and Blaine, but nobody knows what it is.
Can I say Blaine is fucking awesome? Jesse Ventura kicks ass.
He says almost nothing, just chews a shit ton of tobacco and then spits.
Yeah. And then says some politically incorrect shit.
Yes, and then dies a horrible death.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is, I mean, kind of great.
But when he's running through that rebel base with that Gatling gun, I'm like, yes, that's awesome.
That's another thing. Nobody's looking for cover.
No.
Nobody's trying to I don't know, aim or
no one's worried about running out of bullets. Can they let loose?
There was
a lot of
point
bullets.
where, oh God, what was his Mac
picks up the Gatling gun.
Yeah, and he just goes, and then nobody asks him what he's shooting at.
No, they just oh shit.
And I'm like, aren't you going to run out of ammunition? That's
Nope.
my first thought. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't even know what you're shooting at. You're just shooting.
Yeah, they leveled almost half the Amazon rainforest.
They just took it out. And also, how come every Amazon movie or set always covered in fog? Always.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it really that foggy in the Amazon? Is it?
And a lot of tight shots, and it made it feel weird. And I'm like, he wants you to feel claustrophobic, like you're.
But it doesn't achieve that.
No, and some of the cinematography was beautiful. Some of the shots were great.
Yeah, 100%.
Lots of explosions, lots of killing.
Some of it was ridiculous, and some of the lines, like there's one
A
point
lot of
where
one-liners.
so many puns, so many one-liners, so many like off, like just center jokes. I'm gonna call them that, off-center jokes. But like it killed me because I was like, this is you can tell where there's parts where like Arnold Schwarzenegger got a little confused and he was like, I think we should add this line. Like when he's when the predator is close to him, but he's covered in mud, so the predator doesn't see him because his
Oh,
heat,
yeah.
body heat is his mask. And then afterwards he says, after the predator walks away, he's like, he can't see me.
I know. I'm sitting there going, dude, I can fucking figure that out. You do not have to narrate it for me.
We all did the math, and I was like, man, I'm telling you right now, Arnold Schwarzenegger was sitting there going, I don't understand it. We have to explain it.
Yeah, my audience is dumb, and we need to tell them what happened.
But I was like, that you added that in.
Yeah.
You added that in for all the stupid people.
I was watching, and there was a one-liner that I heard from the kitchen, my wife, going,
Yeah.
Did he just fucking say, I don't have time to bleed? I like, he sure fucking did, and it's awesome.
And she's like, every woman says that every month. I don't have time to bleed. Damn it. But yeah, no, honestly, this movie has, like The Running Man, maybe it's a drug that Arnold Schwarzenegger gives everybody who watches his movies. But also, I was very entertained.
So entertained.
It was a good time and it was a laugh, and there were so many eye rolls. But there are also, because I am a big fan of very entertaining kills, and there were some very entertaining ones in here. Although I'm not gonna lie, I think it was Billy, right? Billy, yeah, Billy. The fuck is wrong with that guy?
Oh, he's nuts. I think that was like he doesn't. I don't think he acts. That's him.
Yeah.
Every movie he plays, you're like, this guy's unhinged.
I was like, dude,
he's intense.
Yeah, but I was like, and it's.
Oh yeah, when he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay here and fight this thing.
They're about to escape.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm gonna drop the backpack. I'm gonna drop the gun. I'm gonna take off my shirt. I'm gonna slice myself with my machete, and then I'm probably gonna die.
That probably wasn't even in the script, and everyone was too afraid to tell him or challenge him.
It's fine.
Yeah, just let him do it.
It was this movie was an experience.
And I will say there for 1987, where The Running Man was very cheesy, and I loved it. And this movie had had its fair share amount of cheese, but the actual effects of the Predator weren't bad at all.
That
like they played it smart.
Yes, Predator effects, beautiful.
Yeah,
very comfortable with that. There were a couple where you're like, okay, this is obviously a little rough, but not a big deal.
Yeah,
the explosions I had a problem with.
Explosions were awesome.
Explosions all were like
every explosion was like a Patriot missile hit it.
Yeah, it was fireworks.
Like just yeah.
I was like, this is fireworks from my childhood on the shores of Lake Huron, like by the neighbor down the street who went to the warehouse in Buffalo, New York, and bought out like everything. I'm like, this is why? What you where did you spend the money? Was it all on blurring out the Predator?
And it doesn't matter if it was a grenade, a claymore, a rocket launcher. It didn't matter. They were all gigantic.
All the same explosion.
With like sparkly things coming out. Yeah.
Yep. That I had a problem with. But I laughed every time something exploded because it always happy 4th of July.
And I appreciated I don't know if I noticed it back then. Maybe I did. But there were a lot of shots where they did these shots panning through the jungle, and if you look closely, you're like, that's the Predator. And that was cool. You could just see the outline of the Predator standing there, and they're like oblivious, trying to look for something.
There's a lot, like every time they were doing a pan, I was like, oh, Predator.
Yeah.
Oh, Predator. And I was like, oh, I didn't clock it up until this time, but that's because now you're more familiar with you're familiar with the effects and you're familiar with what it looks like. So when you're watching it, you're not just like, am I going blind? you're like, oh, Predator.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go through. Let's go through this.
Yes.
I got the right one. I do. All right. That plot's very simple. It's a very simple plot.
Oh man, this is not deep and meaningful.
No, this is pure 80s action, sci-fi action, I guess. An extraterrestrial spacecraft deploys a shuttle to Earth. Sometime later, Dutch and his elite paramilitary rescue team, skilled mercenary Mac, explosive expert Poncho, the macho Blaine, expert tracker Billy, and jokester Hawkins are tasked with rescuing a local cabinet minister whose helicopter was shot down in Central America jungle. Dutch's Vietnam War ally, Dylan, now a CIA officer, accompanies the team to oversee the mission. Yeah, helicopter comes in. Big, muscular, macho men with guns come out.
Yeah.
They go, we have to go in, your rescue team. And that's pretty much it. That is the plot.
Yeah, and you see that there's history.
Between, yes.
But
and then you get that long, very long shot of, and I'm like, Carl Weathers doesn't actually come close to being as big, but very muscular himself.
Also, if you look at the way they frame that shot, like you don't get a lot of Carl Weathers' arm.
It's all Arnold.
It's Arnold, and you just kind of see a little bit. Also, Carl Weathers, God bless him, his sleeves are too long for a full bicep shot.
Yeah,
and they did that on purpose. And I was like, I get it. Like this is an Arnold bicep shot. I'm fine with that. But like, why do we keep coming back to it?
Yeah, it was a long shot.
It was a long shot. They cut away and then they cut back and then it was another long shot. And I was like, guys. But also, I just want to point out the alien spaceship as it comes in. I was like, oh shit, that's some rough green screen.
Yeah.
And it felt so nostalgic.
Yeah, that was probably the worst effect.
Yes, it really was.
Yeah.
Other than the explosions.
Yeah, and I will say, if you're remembering this movie or going back to watch this movie, for the most part, it still looks really good. Like it holds up very well.
Actually.
Yeah. And yeah, the guy who played Predator, what is his name? Kevin Peter Hall. He did Predator 2. 6'9". He was 6'5" in high school and ended high school at 6'9". He died of AIDS in 1990, just after Predator 2, I think. And just about less than a year after he got married. He got it through a blood transfusion and died less than a year later. So that kind of sucked.
That's absolutely terrible.
All right. Now that I brought everyone down.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And yeah. Oh, and I will say, a lot of people, when I was watching the preview again, and they were bitching about the score. I thought the score was fantastic. The score is iconic.
The score suited the movie.
Very much so.
What did they think they were going to get?
Yeah, John Williams. What's his name that does the Tim Burton movies and Simpsons?
Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman. Do.
Right? It was Danny Elfman, right?
Yeah, it was Danny Elfman.
Yeah. Yes.
That little whistly wisp of a orchestra as the Predator's jumping through the trees.
Elfman is not sitting at home being like, I wish I had done the score for Predator.
Yeah. No, the score is fine.
Yeah.
The team find the helicopter wreckage and traces of guerrilla soldiers, as well as 3 skinned corpses hung high in the trees nearby. For the most part, them going through the jungle looked pretty realistic as far as
super foggy.
Yeah, very foggy.
It is apparently in the Amazon at all times, or through the jungle. It
looked hot.
Yeah, it looked hot.
Everyone was sweating.
Yeah, they were all carrying a lot of stuff. I will say that when they discover the bodies, I did have a bit of a jump because I had forgotten those bodies were there. Like I thought everybody had just disappeared. I didn't. I was like, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, Billy finds them.
Yeah, and it's like, and he's very much like, come and take a look. And you're like, I feel like you should be more uncomfortable.
Dutch identifies the corpses as Green Berets and becomes suspicious of Dylan's intentions after learning the helicopter was outfitted for surveillance. Dutch's team attacks the guerrilla camp, killing the soldiers and their Russian military allies and learning the hostages were CIA agents. They kill a shitload of people.
They kill everybody.
Yeah, everyone. And there was a lot. I thought, oh, it looks like there's only a couple people.
No.
There's a ton of people there for them to kill.
They kept popping up.
Yeah, everywhere.
I initially thought there were like 5 people in this camp.
That's what I thought at first too.
There were apparently 25 of them.
Yeah.
Because they kept popping up with guns.
Not one could shoot worth a shit.
No.
And no one aimed in this movie either.
No. There was a lot of just turning with the gun and starting to shoot. And I was like, how do you know who's standing there?
Yeah. What if there's a good guy, one of your guys in that general direction?
Anyways, that always frustrates me, but I was like, you're in the moment. People are getting shot at. Everybody's shooting. Things are blowing up with the sparks.
Everything is blowing up with the sparks. Grenades, everything, rocket launchers. Even sometimes if they shot something long enough with a gun, it exploded.
Once everybody's dead, what's his name? Dylan walks into and he's like, "This is exactly what we need. Yeah, this is all. We need all of this." Da da da. And that's when Dutch figures out, that he's been used.
Yeah.
Damn it, he is not a killer.
No,
he's a rescue.
He rescues. He kills. Yeah, he kills people if he's rescuing someone.
Yeah, that's fine, but he won't just kill people to kill people.
I'm not an assassin.
He must be rescuing someone in order to kill people.
Yeah. He'll kill everybody, but he better be rescuing somebody.
But he better walk out of there with at least one person he rescued.
There was one hostage, and they shot him in the head before they even got to get going.
Yeah. And then they were like, okay, let's go kill everybody. And I'm like, who are you saving?
Dylan admits the cabinet minister story was a lie to convince Dutch, who refuses to use his team for assassinations, to eliminate the camp and prevent a Soviet-sponsored invasion. I don't know, 25 people would be an invasion, but okay. Dylan also discloses that the original mission team disappeared and the Green Berets had been sent to find them. Dylan takes a surviving guerrilla, Anna, prisoner, and the team travels towards the extraction point. Yes, they can't come where they are because there's a bunch more guerrillas closing in on their where they are. Unbeknownst to the team, a technologically advanced humanoid predator has been stalking them since their arrival, remaining invisible with a cloaking device. And it still looks really good.
Yeah.
There was one, maybe 2 spots where it didn't look the greatest, but for the most part, it looked pretty good.
When the predator's eyes light up and then like go out, that kind of, you're like, but for the most part, I'd say through like 95% of the predator FX, it looks great.
Yep. And using thermal imaging vision to see their body heat. When I saw this as a kid, this was so awesome.
I know. But it's a great way to introduce the predator and what its capabilities are.
And they don't show it right away. They just, it's point of view.
You only see his point of view for the first very long time. Then you see a glimpse of camouflage predator.
Yeah.
Then it's back to point of view and you understand it's hunting. You understand how it works. And you're like, oh, this is a great introduction.
It's recording their voices, replaying it inside its helmet. Yeah, no, I liked it. Billy senses the presence of something inhuman, but cannot confirm his suspicions. Anna flees while the team is distracted, and although Hawkins catches her, he is killed by the predator while Anna is spared. While the team searches for Hawkins' body, the predator kills Blaine. Mac glimpses the predator in cloaked form and, enraged at Blaine's death, provokes the team into blindly firing their weapons into the jungle. Did they ever?
Well, it's funny because Mac is already, look, you've got Billy who's like, I listen to the forest. I listen to the jungle. The jungle is telling me things. He's the tracker. He's like, he's the first one to be like, look, there was a massive shootout here, but I don't see any other footprints. It's just the American soldier footprints. And that's the first clue that they're like, so he's like, there's something out there. There's something out there. And then everybody starts dying. And then Mac is apparently enraged as he walks around shaving his face without actually shaving it. And it's a weird thing. And then he starts shooting after Blaine's death because he's so irate. I think they were lovers. Shh. So then he starts shooting, and then that was the point where everybody else just starts shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, did you even think to look at what you were shooting at? Ask
Nope.
a question? Nope, just start shooting. Okay.
Because they just come out through the jungle, see Mac shooting, and then Mac like runs out of bullets in his first gun, then picks up the Gatling gun.
Yes, and then they're
like,
start
wow.
shooting with him.
Yeah. Not even asking, what are we shooting at?
You're in the jungle. You don't have unlimited ammunition.
And they kill that fucking jungle.
Yeah, I'm like
that part of the jungle, they killed it.
Literally, like clear cut it. I was like, the fuck?
They must have had fun.
Oh God, yeah. I'm sure that was the best day on set. They were just like, we just get to keep shooting things.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, and then the jungle's gonna fall down in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Sweet. Look out, nature.
I'm gonna take you offending tree.
Wounding the predator in cloak form. Predator. The team makes camp for the night. Booby trapping a perimeter. A wild boar triggers a trap, and the predator uses the ensuing confusion to steal Blaine's corpse. Yes, they think they kill a boar, but we also get to see the predator. This is the first time he decloaks, and you actually get to see him bandaging himself up.
Yes, and see his blood.
Yeah, and for 1987, the predator looked fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, he's big, intimidating.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they're like, and that's when actually Dutch realizes that they're using the trees. Whoever's doing this is using the trees.
Yes. That isn't that long.
Oh, here we go. Following day, Dutch deduces that the predator is stalking them from the treetops.
Yeah.
Dutch releases Anna, needing her to work with them to survive. She recounts local folktales of a monster who kills men and takes trophies from their corpses, typically when the weather is hottest. Mm-hmm. Is this when is this when he first starts to rip the skull and spine out from the body and start
I think this is where we
cleaning
see
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The team booby traps the treetops to force a predator into a net, but it is still able to escape, and Poncho is injured. Oh, fucking Poncho got that log that swung out down and just nailed him in the chest. That looked like it hurt.
I felt that.
Yeah, that looked like it really hurt.
I was like, oh, no. And then he's like, I can keep going. I'm like, no, you can't, sir.
I'd be like, carry me. You have to carry me. This is when Mac freaks out and starts chasing it. Yeah. And Dutch is gonna go, but is it Dylan?
Yeah.
Carl Weathers says he'll go and get him. Poncho's injured. Mac and Dylan, who want to make amends to the team, pursue the predator. So Dylan finally catches up to Mac, and Mac is like points out, and then they can see the camouflage moving in the trees. And so they decide that they're gonna flank it and send it towards him to kill. The predator soon catches where are we here? Yeah, they are outmaneuvered and killed by the predator. That was pretty cool, where he sees that 3 little red things on his arm and like, he's done.
He's like, shit.
And Dylan goes out like a champ.
He does.
Like, he's shooting, he gets his arm cut off, and he's shooting with his other arm.
Keeps going, man.
And you see that predator just charging at him, and he's still trying to kill it.
I'm like, you know what? Good for you, sir.
I would have dropped to the ground crying.
I know you would have. I know.
Wishing one of my kids were there to throw in front of me.
I know. And it would be very sad that you couldn't throw one of your kids directly in front of you to save your life, or at least give you a little more time, because we all know you'd still end up dead.
Yeah, probably. Absolutely. Yeah. And this is where we also see that the girl goes to pick up, Amber goes to pick up, no, not Amber, Anna.
Anna.
Goes to pick up the gun, and Dutch kicks it out of her hand because he realizes it's only attacking people that have weapons.
Yes. Dutch saves her life.
Yeah. The predator soon catches the survivors, killing Billy and Poncho. Billy goes out, he goes out like a champ too, on his own terms. I would have ran with the rest of them. That's just me.
I know. We know you're a runner, and you'd probably be faster than everybody.
Yeah. Oh, you'd see some running then. You'd be like, he's the running man. Boy, that large man can fucking move.
He runs faster than all of his kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to be the fastest. I just have to be faster than one person.
That's right. But yeah, they start going, Dutch, Anna, and what's his name? They're making it out of the forest. And then Billy is just like, nah,
No.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to fight. But we don't actually see a fight. We just hear a scream literally like a minute later.
A high-pitched squeal of someone
It
being slaughtered.
died.
I'm like, I probably sound like that too.
I was like, shit, he didn't last long. For
No,
all
it
this.
didn't last a long time
All
either.
this, I'm going to drop the gun, just take my machete bravado. You dead.
And for the lack of character development in this movie, and it's not that type of movie where you need a lot of character development, I like the characters. I was cheering for all the characters.
Look,
There wasn't one that I hated.
Yeah, the character profiles are very shallow.
Oh yeah.
Like we're not going deep. We're not learning quirks. They're very two-dimensional, but you know what? They work. They work, and that's all you need. You need work because you care just enough. You get just enough information that this is a very tight unit, that they do rescue work. They don't do, assassinations or, targeted stuff. And then you see that they're upset that they're getting screwed over by the CIA, and then they're just all dying, and everybody's very worked up about it, especially Mac. Mac has got a lot of feels for all the deaths.
Yeah.
So it gives you just enough for you to care.
Yeah.
But not so much that you actually I know nothing about these characters other than military.
Yeah.
And they're 2 or 3 weird quirks that they each have. And that's all I need to know. Especially because everybody's dying real quick.
Yeah. Realizing the predator only attacks those it considers a threat, Dutch warns Anna to relinquish her weapon and run to the extraction point. Get to the chopper. That was awesome. It's awesome. Dutch distracts the predator before falling from a cliff. That was a great scene, actually, going down that mudslide thing and then over the falls. And when he gets to the mud and he kind of collapses because he's exhausted, and that giant splash behind him was amazing. I forgot all about it, and it was great.
Yep.
Dutch distracts it, falling off the cliff, the waterfall, and washing up on a muddy shore. The predator pursues Dutch, but is seemingly unable to see him and leaves to collect the skulls of the others as trophies. Dutch concludes that the mud masks his body heat, making him invisible to the predator.
And he concluded that out loud.
Out loud, yeah. Just so you don't get confused, Arnold tells us. Seeking to avenge his team, Dutch creates makeshift traps and weapons. As night falls, he covers himself in mud and cries out to draw the predator to him. Dutch uses his invisibility to wound the predator and disable its cloaking device. This whole fight scene was actually, I liked it. It was,
I did too.
Yeah, it was fun. Probably
This is the reckoning scene.
Yeah. But falls into a river and his mud camouflage is washed off. Deeming Dutch a worthy opponent, the predator removes its weapons and mask, revealing a monstrous visage to face him in hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
Easily outmatched by the larger and stronger creature, Dutch attempts to goad him into a trapped tunnel, but the predator suspects his plan and goes around it. Then Dutch triggers the trap himself, releasing its counterweight, which crushes the predator. Mortally wounded, the predator activates a wrist-mounted self-destruct device, and Dutch flees, barely escaping the enormous resulting explosion that razes the area.
Can we talk about the laugh?
When he's laughing, as I got you, you bastard. You got me, but I got you.
It starts as because he sets a self-destruct. And I'm like, look, I've watched enough movies. I know what this is. And enough.
I'm surprised Arnold wasn't like, that must be a self-destruct.
I know. I'm like, sir, figure this out. But anyways, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And then the laugh that starts sounds like the predator.
Yeah.
And then it eventually turns into something else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, now this is just weird.
I think he was mimicking Billy. Remember when he had that Billy was laughing and he kept replaying it and replaying it? I think he was mimicking Billy.
Well, I understand the mimicking like in the beginning and even a little
But it was maniacal.
It went like 4 steps too far. I was like, now this is just getting weird, guys. This is getting weird. I'm not mad at it, but I was like, this is odd.
As dawn breaks, the extraction helicopter arrives with Anna to collect an exhausted and traumatized Dutch.
Which Arnold Schwarzenegger really communicated very well in that one little facial expression. He did very well on that.
Yeah, actually he did. Yeah. And that is our movie.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Tell me what you think.
My score. If you remember liking Predator, it is still awesome. As soon as that score kicked in and those helicopters came into frame, I was transported back to the 80s and 90s and watching a childhood favorite. The movie is total balls out action at its finest. Explosions. Not realistic explosions, but explosions and guns and kills and predator kills and the hunt. They're all stellar. The characters are awesome. No depth, but they're awesome. I was cheering for all of them. I was still upset when they got killed. I forgot how big and awesome that rebel base was. There is a lot of tight shots, which made it like I knew he was trying to do a claustrophobic feel. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Cinematography at times was spectacular. This is definitely probably going to vie for one of my favorite movies reviewed this year. This is one of the best action movies of the 80s, like definitely in the top 10 action movies of the 80s. There are a lot of great 80s action, I know, but Predator is a childhood favorite, and surprisingly, it's still a favorite. I would buy this on 4K. This is a 9 for me. It's just over the top, cheesy sci-fi action. I'm not saying it deserves an Oscar. I'm just saying it's like a perfect, fun action sci-fi cheesy, not heavy cheese like The Running Man was.
Yeah,
but still a little cheesy. But yeah, just a great, fun action movie. I give it 9 out of 10, and I would say buy it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
God, you're so enthusiastic.
Love this movie.
I also think it's a buy. Not as enthusiastically as you think it's a buy, but I think because here's the thing. Here is where the Predator universe started.
Yeah.
And it's a great start to the Predator universe. And this is a movie that you can watch multiple times over and over and over again. The kills are gruesome and they're fun and they're unexpected. The FX, except for the explosions, are very serviceable. Like they're very good, especially for 1987.
Yeah.
It is not a deep and meaningful movie. There aren't layers that you have to unfold, but is it fun? Is it weird? Is it a good time? Yeah, it really fucking is. Now, I would 100% buy this movie. I don't have to because I streamed it, but I would buy it. But would I pay like $15, $20? No, because it's not really stupid. $10 for sure. 100%. I would pay $10 for this movie. It is a good time. It is fun. It is ridiculous. And there's so much in it that you can make fun of without it being bad. Because this is a good action movie.
Yeah.
It is a good I would almost say fantasy movie because you've got the alien, you've got the predator, you learn about a whole new species in it. And it starts off the universe, which has a lot of really fun, really ridiculous movies in it that you're going to want to watch over and over and over again. I wouldn't score it a 9, but I'd probably give it an 8 because it's a lot of fun. And it's a fun, straightforward action movie with a lot of really great action in it. Terrible explosions, but I'm like, swear to God, happy 4th of July every time something explodes. But yes, it is 100% an 8 out of 10 and a buy it for a little bit of a discount. Like nobody's paying $20 for this, but $10, fuck yeah, let's do this. It's a fun one. It's super fun.
I wonder if the DVD or Blu-ray has a commentary track with Arnold.
Oh God, could you imagine?
That would be great.
I would love that so much.
Because I know Running Man here has a commentary. I don't know if it has it with Arnold.
Oh my God, that'd be great if it did.
That would be great too. Yeah. No, these were two great, better than my two picks.
I know, right?
But I rolled the dice on mine.
Yeah, man. Well, you
And lost.
For some reason, every time you're like, God, I love this movie. I watched it so many times when I was a kid. This is the best thing ever. Every time you're like, this isn't good anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I had so much fun watching both these movies. Yeah.
I had a really, I watched them both this afternoon, and I watched them, The Running Man first and then Predator. And honestly, it felt like a really good double feature.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, Running Man is super ridiculous and just very cartoony. And then you move into Predator, and it's a little more serious.
Yep.
A little gorier and a little more higher stakes, but still cheesy, still with the one-liners, still with Arnold Schwarzenegger thinking we don't understand how mud can mask body temperature, and having to explain to us, yes, we know he can't see you. It's fine. It's fine. But I mean, it was a fun almost 4 hours. And I was like, man, that was good.
Yeah, I didn't look at the time at all.
Me neither.
No.
And I just started the next movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched in 2 different days, but yeah, I was excited.
Yeah.
I didn't check my phone. Nothing. I was invested in having fun.
I watched The Running Man. I went, took a potty break, came right back, watched The Predator.
That's a great double feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arnold for the win. Who knew?
Yeah. Yep. So we have a 8 out of 10 and a 9 out of 10 and 2 buy-its. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was great. If you remember, in The Predator, we highly recommend it.
You will still enjoy it. We think.
Yeah. You might not, but
yeah, I mean, depends on how. I'm not overly grown up, so I still like a lot of juvenile stuff.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming back to 1987 to watch The Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And yeah, until the next movie we remember liking. Any minute here. There it is.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.